Alright everyone, I am here to give you, finally, my review of the WWE Royal Rumble for 2015. If you want to check out my other Royal Rumble review series, you can check them out on this channel, and I have some on the CM Brothers channel that you can also check out. So that's all fine and good. Um, and yeah, the reason why I get in the video so late is because I had to get up the next day to go to classes, and I didn't really feel like making the video, and I'm kind of in a bad mood because I was late to get into my first class because this fucking taxi company was supposed to pick me up and it didn't fucking happen. So yeah. But let's just kind of get to the Rumble. And you could tell there's a spoiler in here, but I'm assuming it's just about to turn 2 o'clock. I'm assuming everyone's seen the Rumble. And if you see that there's a spoiler and you get spoiled, it's your own fault for visiting this site because I want to give you a little bit of advice. That if you don't want to be spoiled about wrestling, don't go on the internet. There you go. Unless you want to be spoiled, but if you don't want to be spoiled, don't go on the internet. So let's get to the Rumble. I took a lot of notes on this show. If you want to know how I did for my picks, I got 3 right and 1 wrong. We didn't count the pre-show, so it would have been. But I guess if you want to count the pre-show, I got 3 and 2 1, and I didn't count the Rumble just because. Well, actually, I got that right too. So I was 4 and 2. Okay, and then that's about it. Let me just delete that. I'm gonna answer this text now. I have to answer this text now. All right, so I guess I'll start with the kickoff. We have Renee. Oh, and if I don't have my retainer in right now because I'm sick and tired of talking with that on, so I'm gonna put it on after this video though. So we have the panel. Renee Young, and it consisted of Renee Young, Booker T, Corey Graves, and Byron Saxton. I like the panel. They went with all like announcers, so I was fine with that. You know, Booker T, Corey Graves did a really good job actually. I'll answer that later. Wow, it switched me over to my TNA notes. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I like the panel. And on commentary for both the pre-show, well, actually, well, the kickoff and the actual show, what consisted of JBL, Michael Cole, and Jerry the Kid Lawler. So then, the New Age Outlaws got an interview, which consists of the Road Dogg, Jesse James, and the Badass, Billy Gunn. And they pretty much plug the network and make jokes. I thought it was fine for what it was. That's kind of what they pretty much did. I can't really remember word for word what they said. And then Booker T interviews Shawn Michaels, and he talks about how whoever main events WrestleMania is glorified to get there. How whoever wins the Royal Rumble match is on the pathway of WrestleMania. And what else did he say? Talked about how you also have to make a main event, and if you don't win the Rumble, there's still a chance you could main event WrestleMania, or you could get a spot on WrestleMania. Just pretty much talk about what it means to win at WrestleMania. I mean, to win the Royal Rumble match. And then we got the pre-show match, well, the kickoff match. We get Kofi Kingston and Big E with Xavier Woods, and they're part of the New Day, versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd with Adam Rose and Natalya inside. The reason it was supposed to be a 6-man elimination match, but the reason why it was is because Xavier Woods is injured because he was wearing like one of those walking casts that you wear. I forget what it's called. So that's why Xavier Woods didn't participate. But I actually like the tag team of Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. Sort of. I mean, it doesn't change the. I mean, I still think Cesaro is being used like a joke. So there's that. So then the match was okay. Big E did the spear to Cesaro on the outside. Kofi Kingston did the dive on Tyson Kidd. The new Kidd and Cesaro dominate Kofi Kingston throughout much of this match. Tyson Kidd gets in the sharpshooter. Kofi Kingston gets to the ropes. Xavier Woods takes out Adam Rose on the outside. Kofi Kingston also took out Adam Rose as well. With Trouble in Paradise. And then Tyson Kidd tried to win with a springboard elbow, but Kofi kicked out. Because Cesaro did the apron suplex, and then Tyson Kidd did the springboard elbow drop. And then eventually Kofi tried to roll up Kidd, and then he kicked out, and then Cesaro hit an uppercut on him, and then Kidd hit a fisherman suplex for the win. So Tyson Kidd and Cesaro went over. I actually am pretty shocked about that because they actually been pushing the New Day, and they've been using those guys like jokes. So I'm surprised they went over. It still doesn't change the fact though that Cesaro is being used like a joke. So that stays the same. So the match was. I mean, it's hard for me to get into this match because the New Day is a joke, Adam Rose is a joke, Cesaro is being used like a joke, and Tyson Kidd's the only one I can get into because they're using him pretty well, actually. Before he wasn't getting on TV at all. Now he's really getting on TV. I'm happy about that. So then they do a Q&A session with Ryback, Eric Rowan, and Dolph Ziggler, pretty much talking about the chances of winning the Royal Rumble match, and how Eric Rowan's disappointed that he didn't qualify for the Royal Rumble. And I thought that was all fine and good. I think the questions were set up, but, I thought that was fine, though. We did get some tweets, too, from past Royal Rumble winners like Bret Hart, Ric Flair, and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And also The Rock tweeted that he was there. So I thought that was cool. And Lana made a tweet about that as well. So then we get the Wheel Show. They show like a nice video package for the Royal Rumble. And then we get the New Age Outlaws versus the Ascension, which is Connor and Victor. And they actually ended up doing their ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. All of that. And then Billy Gunn does the second chant. And I thought the match was fine. The Ascension pretty much dominate kind of the whole match. And then the Outlaws, we get some moves here and there and there. The match wasn't the greatest, but it accomplished what it needed to accomplish. I don't care how good the match... Like, the match I still thought was good. But the main thing they had to do was get the Ascension over as a threat tag team. And they did just that because they pinned Billy Gunn with the Fall of Man and got the win. I think this made the Ascension look really strong. And I like to see some... And I think they're going to set them up to go for the tag team championships at WrestleMania. So I thought that was cool. And then Triple H is backstage, and Stephanie McMahon was back there too. And they're like, how is Sting getting into WWE? How does he have these connections? Like, he's saying Bruno Sammartino can walk right in. But but I never know about Sting. And he talks about too how Stephanie McMahon even said that shit may have worked on WCW, but that's not what stands for World Championship Wrestling. But that is not going to work on the main in WWE, because this is the company that my father and my grandfather built. So I thought that was cool. And then Paul Heyman comes up and says, "Hey, I have a solution. You had a problem with John Cena. My solution was Brock Lesnar. Well, now the solution for the Sting would be Brock Lesnar." So I think people were going to think that Sting was going to interfere in the title match, and I am going to say that didn't happen. I didn't think so it was going to happen either. So then we get Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, defending the WWE Tag Team Championships against The Miz and Damien Mizdow. I thought this was a pretty good match. I liked the spot when Miz was on the turnbuckle, and Mizdow went up there as well, and he started selling all the moves, and then Miz got thrown off, and then Mizdow threw himself off. That was awesome. And then one of the Usos, Jake Uso, goes into the ropes, the second rope shoulder first. So Miz dominates him for a while by hitting big boots and all that. And then Jimmy or Jey Uso get the hot tag, and they go off, and he goes off on Miz. Takes out Mizdow. They do a dive. Jimmy, dives on Mizdow, and then Jimmy dives, and then Miz takes him out with a clothesline. The other Uso dives on Miz. He does like a flip dive. That was cool. I think I got a little bit ahead of myself though. And Miz hits Jake Uso goes for a splash. He misses, and Miz hits the Skull Crusher finale. And Jake kicks out. And then And then he hits the splash. Mizdow breaks up the pin. He goes off on the Usos, and he hits, by using all the Miz's moves, and he hits the Skull Crusher finale on Jake Uso. Miz tries to cover him. He kicks out, and then eventually the Usos, one of them does a power bomb, and then the other one does the splash for the win. And the Usos retain, so I was fine with that. I predicted they would win anyways. I was fine with that. It was a good match, and actually this was probably the best match they've had. But I'm not going to lie, I don't want to see it anymore. We've seen it enough times, and the feuds... Oh my gosh. I have to take this phone call real quick. Hello? Nothing? Yeah, I'm home. Huh? I missed my first class. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah. $45. She went to 12th Ave instead. Because, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, me and Steve think that's both gonna happen. I got there like, maybe, a minute, before 10 o'clock, so no. I mean, no, I went outside the room, but no one was there. Yeah. Alright, bye. I could have edited that out, but, I really don't feel like it, so. Alright, so let's go back to, let's talk about the Rumble. We were just talking about the school situation. What was I talking about? Yeah, I said that I wouldn't want to see the Usos face, Miz and Mizdow again, just because we've seen that repetitively. So, I think you should start teasing the breakup between Miz and Mizdow, and they do that later on in the night, so I'm going to talk about that when I get there. And then Joey Mercury's backstage playing the WWE Immortals game. Now, Adam got this game for his phone, and he said it was terrible because it's like Mortal Kombat, which it is. So I'm not sure how good the game is. And then Jamie Noble, he's playing the game. Seth Rollins says the security, has to start focusing on his match because Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury are part of J&J Security. And he has to focus on taking out John Cena and Brock Lesnar and become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I was fine with this. It was a fine segment. And then we get Nikki and Brie, the Bella Twins, versus Natalya and Paige. It was kind of boring. I'm not really a huge, I think I was just done seeing tag team matches because this pay-per-view pretty much had tag team matches like up the ass. There was a tag team match everywhere you looked except for the Rumble and the Triple Threat. But other than that, it was fine stuff. It was just kind of boring. They pretty much dominate Natalya, then they knock Paige off the apron, and then Nikki beats Natalya with the forearm. So, this is just to promote Total Divas anyways. Which, I don't even like that show. So then the Royal Rumble participants are backstage. I couldn't really hear what they were saying because we were doing like a Royal Rumble draft where we pick numbers that are going to be ours. And it didn't really work out, in my favor. I couldn't really hear what they were saying, but people like Roman Reigns, Golden Stardust, Daniel Bryan, I don't remember if Bray Wyatt cut one, but they were just pretty much all saying that they're going to win the Rumble. And then we get to the Triple Threat WWE World Heavyweight Championship match between WWE World Heavyweight Champion Brock Lesnar, John Cena, and Seth Rollins, and he had the security out there with him. And this was great. I thought everything about this was awesome stuff. So, Seth Rollins just runs out of the ring, and Lesnar lays out Cena with a German suplex because Cena was chasing him. And he just pretty much, the first part of the match consists of Cena and Lesnar beating the crap out of Cena while Rollins is watching, like the first maybe minute and a half. And then Rollins gets in there, Lesnar beats the shit out of him, and Lesnar just dominates Cena and Rollins, hitting suplexes, German suplexes, just pretty much beating the shit out of him. And then eventually Lesnar gets Cena in the Kimura lock. And at one point, too, Lesnar, even because of J&J security interfered, Lesnar hit a double back suplex on a J&J security. I thought that was awesome. And then Lesnar gets Cena in the Kimura lock. John Cena is about to counter it, and then Rollins does like a high knee to Lesnar while and it takes out both people. And then Brock Lesnar just continues to beat the shit out of Rollins and Cena. I thought that was cool. Cena hit 2 A's in this match on the Lesnar, got back up after both of them, and then he hit the third one. You know, it didn't really work out for him very well. Cena and Rollins tried to drop kick him into the steps. That didn't stop Lesnar. Rollins went off the top. Lesnar hit an F5. Cena broke out the pin before Lesnar could make the count. And Rollins hit a blockbuster on Cena. And then after Cena hit the 3 AAs, I wanted to make sure Rollins hit the curve stomp. And Lesnar kicked. Cena broke up the pin, but Lesnar was kind of out of it afterwards. And then John Cena spears Lesnar through the barricade. Lesnar gets up after that, throws him into the steps, hits him with the steps, and then he goes on the announcer's table because Lesnar was going to put Cena through earlier in the match. And then Seth Rollins drop kicks Cena, and then Rollins goes off the top rope and does like a knee to Lesnar, and he missed the table, but then Lesnar was out after this. But I have to admit, they did a good job making Lesnar look like a monster in this match, because up until that point, Lesnar was pretty much dominating the whole fucking match. So then it was pretty much down to a one-on-one situation between Cena and Rollins, and I thought that was good stuff. Rollins hit the blockbuster neckbreaker, like I told you. He hit the Cena actually at one point too, before went for the 5-knuckle shuffle, and then Lesnar hit the German suplex before he could hit it. But then Cena hit his 5 moves of doom on Rollins. Gets him in the STFU, but then J&J security break it up, and Cena AAs both of them. So Rollins hits a turnbuckle powerbomb, tries to cover him, and Cena kicks out. And doing all this too, Lesnar is acting like he's going to be stretched out. So I thought that was cool. And then Cena hits a sit-down powerbomb. Rollins kicks out. And then Rollins hits a curve stomp. Cena kicks out. Cena hits the AA. Rollins kicks the fuck out. That was fucking awesome. That proved that they have faith in Seth Rollins, because he kicked out of the fucking AA. Not many people kick out of the AA. That's a young guy. Not many people do that. And then Seth Rollins, but after he hit the curve stomp on Cena, goes off the top and does like a flip moonsault. I don't really know what it's called, but he hit like that move on Cena, and Cena, before he can make the count, Lesnar gets back in the ring. He's beast mode now. He's destroying people hand and foot, German suplex and Lesnar and Cena. And then eventually Rollins hits Lesnar with the case twice. He got up after the first one and stayed down after the second one. Goes to curve stomp Lesnar into the case. But then Lesnar counters to an F5, covers Rollins, gets the win, retains the title. This match was great, though. I thought everyone was utilized great at this match. There were points I thought Seth Rollins was going to win. There were points I thought Cena was going to win. And there was points that I actually thought, well, even though there was point, it could have gone to anybody. And I thought everyone was utilized great in this match. I thought that, I do trash on the company a lot, but I did like this triple threat match. And there's some things I hate about the WWE, but the one thing I like is I like how they're making Brock Lesnar look like a monster. He just looked like a beast in this match. He got hit with so many finishers that he still was able to get up after this. And I can't wait to see because I think I know who's the Rumble winner, but the Rumble winner is going to come in, and it's going to be a big deal when he takes that title off of Brock Lesnar. I guarantee you, that's great stuff. So now we have the Rumble match. I kind of missed some of it just because, well, I remember, I kind of forget some of it just due to the fact that, there's so much going on in there. You can't really like look. And I was watching it with friends, and I was kind of talking to them and stuff too. So you're gonna have to excuse me if I don't remember some of this stuff. But I'm sorry you guys won't care. All right. All right. So I'm gonna go through the numbers first, and if there's like I said, if there's anything that sticks out for me before then, I'll talk about it. Um, so number one was The Miz. Number two was R-Truth. Number three was Bubba Ray Dudley. Yes, Bubba Ray Dudley returned here. I'm not sure if he's doing like a full-time thing where he comes on and then he's off, but I'm not sure. But I marked out when I saw Bubba Ray Dudley. That was awesome. Um, I marked out, and he did all of his stuff. He did the "What's up" thing, and then he did his usually when because he's in a tag team, he's in a tag team called the Dudley Boys with Devon Dudley. Um, he tells Devon to get the tables, but since there was no Devon, he told R-Truth to get it. And he's like, "Truth, get the tables!" But before he could, Miz attacked him, and then R-Truth and Bubba Ray Dudley both hit the 3D on Miz. I thought that was awesome. Now I don't know what's gonna go on with Bubba Ray Dudley. Like I said, I don't know if this was just a one-time thing or if he's gonna stay. But I don't care. I'm not sure what Devon's situation with TNA is. I hope he leaves TNA because I like to see the Dudley Boys in WWE, and I like to see maybe like a match between the Usos and the Dudleys for the tag titles at Mania. I actually would not complain about that at all. But I think Devon might not be coming back just due to the fact that because he doesn't come out during the Rumble. So, but I'm gonna talk about more stuff. Luke Harper comes out number 4. Number 6 was Bray Wyatt. Number 6... No, wait, hold on. Fuck, I fucked up. I'll just go through them again. Number 1 was The Miz. Number 2 was R-Truth. Number 3 was Bubba Ray Dudley. And number 4 was Luke Harper. Number 5 was Bray Wyatt. Number 6 was Curtis Axel. He was supposed to come in, but he got attacked by Eric Rowan. I thought that made sense because Eric Rowan wanted to get in this match. I knew he was going to be in this match somehow. I figured he'd qualify on the pre-show, but no, he attacked Curtis Axel. I could see that leading to a match in the main event or something. Number 7 was the Boogeyman. Number 8 was Sin Cara. Number 10 was number 8 was Sin Cara. Number 9 was Zack Ryder. Number 10 was Daniel Bryan. Number 11 was Fandango. Number 12 was Tyson Kidd. Number 13 was Stardust. Number 14 was Diamond Dallas Page, DDP. That was cool to see him there. Number 15 was Rusev. Number 16 was Goldust. Number 17 was Kofi Kingston. And 18 was Adam Rose. And one good thing that Kofi Kingston did in this match, he had his Royal Rumble moment, is he was about to get thrown out by someone. I think Tyson, I forget who. And then he used and then he landed right on the Rosebuds, and the Rosebuds carried him in. But then they let Adam Rose get out, so I thought that was cool. Number 19, I just wanted to mention that. Number 19 was Roman Reigns. Number 20 was Big E. Number 21 was Damien Mizdow. The Miz comes out and tries to get in the match, but but he gets knocked off the apron by someone. And then Mizdow wants to get in the match, and then he goes, but he has to make a choice whether he wants to be the stunt double or go in, so he does go in. And then he gets out, not that long, and then Miz gets pissed about it. Jack Swagger was number 22. Something that's coming into my mind right now, at one point in the match, Bray Wyatt went through the ropes by Daniel Bryan, so he wasn't out, but then Bryan did the dive through the ropes onto Bray Wyatt, so they both were outside the ring, and then Bray Wyatt threw Bryan into the steel steps. I didn't mention that. I thought that was cool, innovative. So number 22 was Jack Swagger. Number 23 was Ryback. Number 24 was Corporate Kane. Number 25 was Dean Ambrose. Number 26 was Titus O'Neil. I think Titus O'Neil was supposed to be Justin Gabriel was supposed to come in when he did, because Justin Gabriel I think was supposed to be in the Rumble match, but he quit. And I really don't blame Justin Gabriel because he really wasn't being used in a good spot. You never barely saw him. He was on main event, and he always jobbed, and it was really too late to do anything with him. I really don't blame him. Number 27 was Bad News Barrett. Number 28 was Cesaro. Number 29 was Big Show. And number 30 was Dolph Ziggler. So now I'm going to go over the eliminations. And I'll talk about each one, I guess, the best I can. The Miz got eliminated by Bubba Ray Dudley. R-Truth got eliminated by Bubba Ray Dudley. And then Bray Wyatt eliminated Bubba Ray Dudley. And at one point in the match, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Bray Wyatt, all three members of the Wyatt family were in there. And Wyatt and Harper worked together against Rowan and against Rowan. So I hope we see a triple threat match with the Wyatt family at Mania. I don't think it's going to happen, though, but that would be cool. It was cool to see that moment, though, when Wyatt eliminated both of them. So then, yeah, Eric Rowan came in. And then the Boogeyman came out. That was cool that he got to have that face-off with Bray Wyatt. And then he clotheslines, but Bray Wyatt just clotheslines Boogeyman and gets him out of there. But it really doesn't matter how long he lasted because it was cool to see the Boogeyman. And then Sin Cara comes in, eliminates him. And then Bray Wyatt, I think, gets on the mic and talks about how it's going to be his year. It's going to be his year in the Royal Rumble match. And he's just calling anybody out because he's going to win the WrestleMania. And then Zack Ryder came out, eliminates him. And then Daniel Bryan came out. And then it got into a real fight. At one point, Rusev and Bray Wyatt were staring down each other, and Daniel Bryan hit a double drop kick on him because he had come back in the ring. But then Bryan got eliminated by Bray Wyatt, which I was disappointed about because he only lasted 10 minutes and 11 seconds. And I actually kind of wanted him to last longer. I don't know why he didn't, but he didn't. Fandango was eliminated by Rusev. Tyson Kidd was eliminated by Daniel Bryan. I think then Bryan got out after that. Stardust was eliminated by Roman Reigns. When Diamond Dallas Page comes in, he hits the Diamond Cutter off the turnbuckle onto Fandango. That was cool. And he hit one on everybody and put in the match pretty much. So I thought that was cool. But then he gets eliminated by Rusev because Rusev just comes in and kicks him right in the head. I'm going to go over Rusev's elimination later. Goldust was eliminated by Roman Reigns. Kofi was eliminated by Rusev. Adam Rose was eliminated by Rusev. Rusev eliminated Big E and Damien Mizdow. Big Show was eliminated by Jack Swagger. Titus O'Neil was eliminated by Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. He came right in and then he got right out like Santino Marella. And I think he was supposed to break Santino's streak, but he botched. So I don't know what's going to happen there. Bad News Barrett was eliminated by Dolph Ziggler. Cesaro and Ziggler were fighting on the apron, and then Ziggler gets him out. So then it came down to Big Show, Ziggler, Kane, Roman Reigns, and Rusev got hit with like a knockout punch or something and ended up rolling out on the floor. And Bray Wyatt had got eliminated by Big Show and Kane because Big Show was just knocking people out, and Big Show and Kane were throwing him over. And the Big Show and Kane chokeslammed Bray back out, and Big Show knocked out Ziggler, and Big Show and Kane threw him out. So then it came down to Big Show and Kane, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose is like the final four. And Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose are trying their best to fight him off. And then Dean Ambrose gets knocked out by Big Show, and Big Show and Kane eliminate Ambrose. So then it's down to Reigns, Show, and Kane. So then Reigns and Kane are trying to get him out. And then Big Show tries to eliminate Kane. So then they start fighting. And then Roman Reigns eliminates them. And then Big Show and Kane attack Reigns. And The Rock comes out, makes the save. He hits the spine buster on Kane and gives him the People's Elbow. He low blows Big Show, and Roman Reigns hits him with a Superman punch. Rusev tries to come back in and win it. It's down to them, and Roman Reigns spears him and eliminates him. And that was about it. Roman Reigns celebrates, and then Triple H and Stephanie McMahon come out, and they're asking, like, what the hell are you doing here? And that was the Royal Rumble this year. Overall, and Roman Reigns is going to be, and Lesnar is backstage watching too because he's the champion and he always is facing Roman Reigns. Overall, I kind of want to talk about the fans that were there because they were in Philadelphia last night. And the fans were being fucking babies. I'm not going to lie. They have a reason to, you know. They do have somewhat of a reason to. You know, like I said, I do agree. Daniel Bryan should have lasted a lot longer. But these fans, I think, wanted Daniel Bryan to win, you know? And I really don't think Daniel Bryan was the guy this year to win the Rumble. I mean, I really don't think so, you know? I like Daniel Bryan. Yes, it would have been cool if he won it, but this is not his time. You know, Daniel Bryan's time was last year. I don't really think there was anything you could do about it. There's nothing really you can say. Daniel Bryan's time to win the Rumble was last year. You know, at this year, it wouldn't really made any sense. To be honest with you, I think Daniel Bryan winning the Rumble kind of, you know, I don't really think he was just in that spot to win the Rumble. He wasn't the guy this year. Last year, he definitely was the guy. I'm not going to lie. He was the guy last year. You know, it would have been cool if he won it this year because he wasn't in it last year. He's supposed to win it last year, but it didn't happen. You know, but yeah, those other disappointments. They did do a they did tease this Cody Rhodes Goldust match because Stardust went after Goldust in the match. The thing I didn't like about the Rumble was it kind of felt like that there was too many eliminations going on at once. I mean, that's the point of the Rumble, but there really wasn't. I like it when there's a lot of guys in there. We got that at one point, but the beginning was kind of slow. It was cool to see Bray Wyatt out there, but a lot of jobbers in this match too. You like Titus O'Neil, Zack Ryder, Sin Cara. I mean, they're good wrestlers, but they're jobbers right now. They're not really being booked. And like the New Day, you know, I think that kind of. I did like the surprises we got though with the Boogeyman, Bubba Ray Dudley especially, and DDP. I thought that was cool. I like the way they did the Miz turn though. You know, they're doing it slowly. I'm fine with that. And it got predictable towards the end. You know, because once we didn't see Big Show or Ziggler out there, we knew they were coming out. So I'm disappointed we didn't get a Randy Orton return. Like, what's going on with him? I know he's filming a movie, but he's been gone since November. You know, does it really take this long to film a fucking movie? You know, I don't even know if you even should bring him back until after Mania and have him go after Seth Rollins, but, you know, whatever. But, yeah, that was the Rumble. Overall, I'm going to say it was a good show. I did enjoy the show. It wasn't my favorite show. It wasn't a great show by any means, but it was a good show. I did like the tag team matches with the Ascension and the Usos. And then I liked the triple threat, and then I liked the Rumble match. The match of the night for me was honestly the triple threat. I did mark out for the Rumble. I marked out for some of the returns. I thought the triple threat was just really good match. They built that up so perfectly. I thought that was good. I thought the triple threat for me was the match of the night. You know, the Rumble match was good. I just thought the triple threat match was better. You know, but that other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. If you want to see more videos from me, you click right here in the subscribe button to subscribe to me. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you want to see any other content from me on Facebook and stuff to know what I'm going on, go to my Facebook page and all that. But that's pretty much it, guys. I possibly will give you my Raw review tonight. I'm not sure because we're supposed to get like a huge snowstorm tonight, so I don't know if it's going to affect the electricity tonight or tomorrow. But, you know, that's pretty much it, guys. I'll see you later. And, yeah, bye.